Alright, this is my fourth update. Today is May 15th. I know it wasn't the time of year after I did a little bit of research to prune this pear tree, but I did it anyway. I basically just cut off anything that was going straight up and anything that was growing down. I lost about 6 pears when I cut this thing. The other thing I noticed about this tree is that all of my production with the section of a few pears are in the very top of this tree. So I want to go ahead and top this tree. I want to know if I can safely do it this winter or should I wait until next winter. And I want to top it back to about 10 feet, and it's probably close to 20 feet right now, maybe 16 feet, something like that. So anyway, how much can I top this tree? How much should I take off the top of this tree next winter, or should I wait until the winter after that? I'm going to start with the cucumbers here. This is the top of one of them right here, and it's pretty much eye level with me. I'm 6 foot tall, so that's a 6 foot cucumber right there. I'm going to train it up and around this branch right here. Going down into the base of it a little bit, you can see this thing is just doing really well. I'm really pleased with this experiment. I'm definitely going to do cucumbers around this tree again next year. So, and here we go. We've got cucumbers already. I'm gonna pick these either a little later on today or maybe tomorrow. You see the middle right here still a little wrinkly. I want to try and see if I can get that to fill out. Everything else around this thing's filled out really nicely though. I'm really excited. And I got a second one down here. It's about the same size as that one. Again, the middle right here just hasn't filled out yet, so I'm just kind of waiting on that. We got a bunch of little cucumbers in here coming out. So hopefully as soon as I pick those will go to production. Next door right here, my Arkansas Traveler. As you can see, it's already beginning its way up and around my tree. So we'll see what happens. And my Cherokee purple tomatoes still just kind of plugging away. Here they're slow growing plants, so we'll see. Figs are still doing well. Not yet though. We'll take you over here by my orange tree. It's still doing alright. Really nothing new to report on that. So we'll go up into the front and look at the front garden. While we're going that way, weather has been pretty much about the same. We're getting almost to the 90s. We haven't broke the 90s yet during the day. And we're in the upper 60s, almost the lower 70s. At night, we did get a little bit of rain again. We're getting about rain once, maybe twice a week. I'll pair my lemon tree. So here we go, my mint. Made a couple of drinks with that the other night. Working out really well. This is a pineapple that was just sitting in the window the last time y'all saw it. I went ahead and planted it in that bed. I already got new growth coming up all over the place on it. It's doing really well. Let's see if we can get down in the middle and give you a good shot of the middle there. You see all that new growth coming up. My third Husk cherry. This was the last Husk cherry that was planted, and I've gotten a couple of Husk cherries off of here already. I stopped counting just because there's too many Husk cherries. I pulled off probably almost a dozen Husk cherries, giving away a few of them. I'm not really ready to comment on the taste just yet. This is my oregano, still doing pretty well. Down there in the middle you can see all my new growth coming up out of my oregano. My grapefruit trees coming up really nicely. So, Lil, sorry about that, my dog was going a little crazy. She does that sometimes. It's my silver thyme, doing nicely. That's my regular thyme, a lot smaller. It was planted a little later and we had a little problem with it at the beginning, but as you can see, it's coming back nicely. That's it's supposed to be a sweet basil, but it looks almost like lettuce. However, it smells and tastes like basil. If anybody knows what variety of basil that is, I would love to know. Alright, this is my Tuscan blue rosemary. As you can see, it's doing quite well as well. I haven't trimmed it or anything. I'm just kind of letting it go wild for a little while before I start putting some shape on it, let it get a lot bigger. That's my purple basil back there in the background. That's coming up alright. And then here in the front, this is my second planted Husk cherry. And we can get in here and you can look and see this thing's just got Husk cherries all over it. I've harvested quite a few from this plant already, so I'm excited about that. Again, don't really want to comment on the taste. That's my old basil plant, and then my very first Husk cherry plant is just growing up the side of the basil. My cilantro back here in the back, as you can see, and it's made a really nice ground cover. It's also got a few really nice big Husk cherries in there as well. So I haven't harvested too many from this plant. I've actually harvested more from that late plant over there. I've only probably got maybe 1 or 2 off of this plant so far, but it is just loaded down with them, and they're getting really big and fat. So I'm excited about that. And then we're coming to my cilantro. Still picking the little white leaves off, but my cilantro is still doing well. I just made another batch of pico de gallo just yesterday, as a matter of fact. Still picking all the little white flowers off, and it's still doing good. So, you know, get you another shot from the backside, and we'll call it a week, and we'll get back to y'all in a couple of weeks, let y'all know how we're doing.